Hi all, welcome to an REM Buzz again. I'm Callum Sheehan, today is your host and the CEO of REM. We got our CTO, Gunith De Silva, and
Hello.
welcome Gunith again. Kaz is away, so we are conducting the REM Buzz. Now, a lot of exciting things happening in the market and in the REM ecosystem itself. Gunit and myself are going to check some partnerships tomorrow and this week. This week we're gonna throughout, and I think Gunit's flying to Sydney. It's going to be exciting times. We are flying and we are connecting with a lot of other stakeholders, guys, which is a really impressive moment for our EM ecosystem. Plus, I just want you to know that the market sentiment has been great as well. A lot of legislative ideas coming through, US legislations passing through, and with the whole gloom and bloom here and then, you know what? We are in a bull market. That's the most important thing. And I got a co-host today, Vicky, right? Just imagine my little dog wants to come to REM Buzz, and there you go. We got Vicky here today as well for REM. All right, say hi to everyone. Hi. Right, guys, it's an exciting time today. So let me share without further ado our latest charts. Okay, now Bitcoin has been solid again, going up and down, but I just want you to know, look, as long as Bitcoin stabilizes here or within the 100 range, amazing. This is what we want. We want the Bitcoin to be stable. Now, here and then, small fluctuations, don't worry about it, guys. It's just we're in a blue bull market as long as this stays like this. Ethereum going really well. We want Ethereum to function really well and go back to its all-time highs, and then the rest of the market will follow. So let's go back to Bitcoin again here. Waiting for the charts. There you go. See, when you look at the holistic point of view, when you put max, you can see the increase of Bitcoin. So if someone held Bitcoin here, just imagine. Now, I'm not predicting the future, but I'm just telling you guys, it's always exciting time to stay in crypto. But you have to see the long-term view, then the mid-term view, which is what's happening. So we're not going to kill ourselves. You can see here, these things are going down and then up as well. So mid-term view is positive. And then the short term, or what's happening today within the 24 hours and everything. Look, do we have to worry about this when you look at the mid area? No, right? And the long term? No. If you're investing, you should be able to hold. The other part is when you come to this stage, take profits. I can't I can't advise more. Like, I've been telling you guys, take a proportion of your profits. Profit taking is a part of the investment journey. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you are here in Bitcoin, if you purchase somewhere here, and now you're here, it's a good time to take off some of your Bitcoin and put into the other coins, which is like, Ethereum's gonna go up. Well, now let's say check Ethereum. We're not gonna take Ethereum now because it hasn't gone to its all-time highs. If you got Ethereum and you got it somewhere here, hold on to it. You're not gonna sell Ethereum now. You're not gonna cash out anything. You're waiting. You're waiting till it strikes its all-time highs and beyond, right? Now, Bitcoin, yes, I would recommend that. This depends on the strategy, what you're gonna do. So the next thing is, if you go back to REM charts, it's the max chart, but look at the latest ones. Beautiful, right? This is what's happening now, guys. It's gone down and it's going up. That means it's signaling it's going up with the market. This is what we want. If you purchase now, you're looking into getting the maximum level, which is here. Just imagine how many times is here. It's going to go up, guys. And when it goes up from down to up, and it's going to go up, right? I want you to be in the safe space. Now, but the thing is this, if you don't need to spend a lot of money on a microcap like REM, small amounts would make you a bigger gain because it's a microcap, right? And I mentioned this many times as well. So the market sentiment for REM, guys, is really good. That's why I'm saying keep on doing the right things for an investment point of view. Make sure you cash out certain amount of Bitcoin when it's up and then distribute that or use it for something else, right? So guys, the important thing is investment is a fun activity as long as you know exactly what you're doing. Buy the dips, sell the tops. Very easy. But human nature always will tell you to hold when it needs to be sold, and of course to not to buy because you're expecting a lower low, right? Going low, going low, going low. Just imagine if you're thinking of buying Bitcoin at, I don't know, $4,000, is it ever gonna happen? The chances are probably close to zero. Chances. But can it happen? Yeah, of course it can happen, right? It can happen. But I'm not ruling out the instance. I'm just saying you can't expect it to fall dramatically unless the whole world comes and say we are not going to accept Bitcoin at all. That's it. It's abandoned. All right. That's never going to happen. So, guys, what I'm saying is keep an eye on the possibilities and get the maximum out of it. Make sure you purchase some REM tokens, right? That would make you some amount. And you can see who's here. You can see the CEO, you can see the CTO, you can see the COO, right? We're not giving it to anyone to do these REM buzzes. We want to come here and make sure something happens. Now, I've got my CTO and our propertyverse expert with property. Gunith, how's the property market going?
Property market is pretty good, Cal. I mean, great insight on the crypto side of things, as you correctly mentioned, as the Ethereum side is going pretty high. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what our investors want to know, right? So great
exactly.
insight. Thank you very much. Property market in Australia is booming and it's steadily booming. That I would want to say. This time, so last week we spoke of, we moved to US, we moved to Dubai, but I thought because most of our investors are investing in Australia, I thought of giving you some insights and more deep down insights to the market itself, right? So if you look at the last 4 weeks auction clearance rates, right? So if you look at the combined cities, there are about 1,458 to around 1,800 homes which were in auction. And the great thing is, out of that, more than 70% were moved out in the last 4 weeks.
Oh,
That means that the indication is property market is booming, right? And if you look at the main cities, Sydney last week itself has grown by more than 10.2%, right? Melbourne almost the same, 10.1%. Brisbane 10.1%. So what does it mean? So earlier we saw that Sydney is kind of at the right at the top, but what we see is Melbourne, Brisbane, Adelaide, they are on par with Sydney. So investors who are investing in Melbourne and Brisbane would get the same capital appreciation, same yield like someone who would invest in Sydney. But as you know, it's a fraction of the prices when it comes to Melbourne and Brisbane. As you know, Cal, you're in Sydney and you know how what the prices are, right? So, but Melbourne,
skyrocketing.
it's
Yes.
pretty cheap at this point. As an investor, it's a very good starting point to invest and earn high capital appreciation. The
Yeah.
other thing I would like to mention is about the demand and supply, right? So Australia is encouraging lots of migrations, right? So in 2025 May, they've recorded 33,230 net arrivals, right? And in the last 12 months, we have seen about 250,000 migrants coming into Australia. And what does this mean? Still, there is about 77,000 deficit in houses. So you cannot meet that demand. So therefore, people are encouraged. I mean, the government is encouraging people to invest on these houses, and you'll get a guaranteed return. And the capital appreciation is almost more than twofold. So, but some states are looking at around 15 to 17%. Melbourne is steadily it's about 10 to 12%. So it is as an investor, you will be if you enter now, you're at the right spot, sweet spot, I would say. So We have seen a tremendous amount of inquiries and settlements which have happened. So last week we've done about more than 9 settlements. So that's pretty good for propertyverse. So that's a bit of a summary. So overseas investors, local investors, this is the right time. As you know, same as crypto, when it goes up, it goes up. And you'll always think, oh man, I missed this. But my sentiment is don't miss the opportunity, invest right now.
There you go, guys, and thank you very much, Gunit. And I think that Gunit, what you said is very important. Now we are trialing in our MVP and our properties, even though we're a global company. We check in the jurisdiction of Australia, and there's a lot of land, a lot of government incentives, and a lot of things that is very regulated jurisdiction, and that is what we want to do. We want to make sure we are in the regulatory body where regulatory instance where we can tackle it and we can make sure we are aligned with the jurisdictional
Yeah.
rules, and that's what we're doing, guys. And Gunit's doing a fantastic job. Thank you very much, Gunit, for the property was insight and the property in what we're expecting as in Australia. Now, guys, this is what we're doing. But you remember, fractional rent vesting is there. We have a lot of use cases that will align with the crypto market, and that will align with Gun's processes as well, and with his teams. Yeah. So look, to end the story, Kaz is doing a really good job aligning with our business partners, working with teams as well. Gunit and myself is giving a little bit of REM instance. We are working in the ecosystem and working towards building up a great system, a great use case for you. So with that, I want to tell you guys, I want to inform you guys, it's all good in the market sentiment and everything's happening really well. Stay tuned, like and subscribe, and make sure you put your comments. We would really like to hear about you, how you feel about it. If you have any questions, we would like to answer those questions. If there's anything, make sure you put the comment and down below as well. And thank you very much for joining us. And if you have anything that you would like to cover us in the future, let us know in the comment section, and we would be able to address those issues. Callum, over and out. And thank you, Gunit, for coming
All
into
right.
REM
Thanks a
Bus
lot.
today.
Bye bye. Bye.
Thank you.